Hello everybody and welcome to episode 8 of Shenaniganry and Aevecia. This is the last episode before things get good. But this does set up future things. So I said at the start of the last episode that I would tell you if this was the episode that things started getting good or not, and it's not. But it does introduce a lot of world-building things and also a setup for future events and stuff like that. So it's understandable if you can't get through it, but I'd say try, is what I would say for this episode. But next episode, and I know for a fact that it is next episode, things are starting to get good. There will be a redesign for a lot of the art. It's like things kick off next episode, so if you can't get through this one, please come back next episode, but do try and get through this one if you can, because it does set up different things in the world. But yeah, thank you so much for listening, and I hope you enjoy episode 8. At the end of the last session, we ended with everyone outside of the library. Peyton, you have picked up 5 books.
Yes.
Three books on Pentame and 2 books on Mira. Bobby, what?
Yes, no, it was only 2 books on Nero. Sorry,
Yes,
was like,
there were 3, but you only picked up the 2.
I picked up the 2. Yes, that's
Yeah. Bobby, you picked up a book on teleportation circles, and Eli, you had a time in the library and then left with nothing. What would you like to do?
Are we outside the library now?
You're currently
outside the library.
outside the library.
Did we have a plan to go anywhere specific after the library? I forget.
No, we
What
didn't.
did I
It
learn
was
from the
just we were going to the
Didn't we
library.
find out where the teleportation circle, like where it was from, by like comparing it?
So it led to Sharnwick.
Yeah. Which
So
is
we
where
know
we
that
are at the
there's-
moment.
There should be somewhere in the town, but we don't have
Hopefully.
any other plans now that we found that out.
Do we want to
Can
go...
I roll like a perception check on the like kind of surrounding buildings and see if there's anything that looks kind of sketchy?
Sketchy how?
Well, like it looks like they're hiding something.
Sure, roll an investigation. Roll investigation check.
That's 18.
I mean, it's hard to find anything sketchy in this area. Like, it's very like an upkept suburban area. So in its own way, everything looks sketchy because everything's private, everything's, personalized. But like in terms of like evil sketchy or like not.
There's nowhere with like blood dripping off a roof or anything.
No. Roll for to see if it's Halloween. No. No, there doesn't seem to be any blood dripping or anything like that. Nothing that would immediately set you off to like, ooh, something's up.
Okay. Well, since we've done that, can we like get an idea of like what are the things around us? Like what kind of buildings are around us?
So in the last session, I mentioned there was the Pecknote Sport and stuff, and there was Marv's. Did I mention Marv's? Yeah, I mentioned Marv's. Marv's General Store and the library, which you have now been to, and there's a church. There's this baseball field that you guys murdered a bunch of children at. There's a school.
Didn't murder.
Well, yeah.
We didn't. I made sure I didn't quite kill any children. Also, can we go have a look? Can we like maybe have some people go look at the general store, some people check out the church to see if there's anything going on?
There's 3 of us.
Yeah, I was about to say there's 3 of you, but like, sure, who wants to do
You'll
what?
go to the general store. I'll go to the church.
I'll go to the church as well, I guess. No, I will go with wherever Eli is going, because
You don't trust me? That's fair.
No, it's more... Actually, no, that's dumb. No, I will go with Bobby. Eli can handle himself.
What? No, I'm going with the group.
Slightly better than in the past, so possibility.
Okay.
Bobby's
So,
working
where are
out
you,
with his hands.
Bobby, where are you going?
Bobby's going to the church.
Okay. Eli, go with Barbie and I'll go to the general store. What do you want from the general
We
store?
all go to the church first and then check out the general store after.
What do you want from the general store?
Well, I just wanted to chat to people and see if anyone's seen anything sketch.
Okay. Well, yeah, let's just go to the church and then go to the general store.
Okay, so you're all going to the church and then going to the general store?
Yes.
The plan.
Okay.
Also, I think I spelled field wrong in my notes, and I'm sad about this because I always spell it wrong. I spelled it right. It's fine.
Cool, so... Sorry, just double checking. You're all going to the church, yes?
Yes.
Okay, cool. So, this church, none of you live here, so you don't know anything about it. You just can tell that it's church from the exterior of it. And as you arrive, it's very close to the library. It's not hard to get to. You pull up. There doesn't seem to be anyone really around at the moment. It's not like, classic church time, like what would be Sunday morning. It's not like... What do you call it? It's different depending on the religion. No one's here except for the people that are, like, just here because they want to be here right now. There is about 5 people that you can see, all at different areas. There's like 2 people up the front, a couple of people in the seats, and then another person just kind of wandering around the area.
Question.
Yeah.
Who is it a church to?
You don't know right now.
Maybe it's non-denominational.
Yeah, it could be. Have we gone inside?
Would you like to go inside?
I mean,
I would like
guess
to.
so.
I would like
Because
to
I would
ask
love to
go
roll
to
a
some of like
perception.
the back rooms they usually have in churches and just check out what's back there.
I mean, I want to know who the church is to, so...
Okay, so who's doing what?
I'm gonna go inside and, like, see if I can figure out who the church is to, because that's interesting information.
Cool. As you step inside the large double doors, you just see beautiful multicolored stained glass windows lining the walls of the church. Rows and rows of seats. There's a big kind of stage-like altar thing at the front for sermons and stuff for when the church is in. There are 3 books up the front with different deities on them. There seems to be like a shared space. It's not specifically for one god, but it's not just like worship whoever you want. It's like you can worship these 3, and these are the 3 that kind of reside in this church. These are the groups
cool.
that get along here.
Fair enough.
Yeah.
Can I roll, like, a history check to see if I recognize who the deities are?
Yeah, sure.
1 second. Just finishing my notes. Alright. Ooh, that's a 16 plus. What's my history? History's +3, so that's a 19.
Very cool. You see you recognize Gaela, the goddess of storms, Ara, the god of chance, and Tenia, the goddess of the sea. So you recognize the names, what they're of. It's kind of all the information that you have on them. But those are the 3, and you know what their gods and goddesses are.
Cool. Would you mind spelling things for me?
Yes.
Or, like, putting them in chat or something?
Yes, so Gaela is Gaella.
Of storms.
Yes.
Cool. Next one.
Ara is Arher. That's a chance.
Arher.
Yeah.
I wrote an A instead of R. Of chance. And who was the
And-
last one?
Tenia, so Tenia, and they're of the sea.
Enia of the sea.
Sea.
Very nice.
Yeah.
And that's goddess, god, god?
Goddess, god, goddess.
God, god. Goddess, god, goddess.
Yes.
Thank you.
Correct. Yeah.
Wonderful. And that's all I know about them.
But
Yep.
did you say there were 3 books at the front, 1 to each of them?
Yes.
Yes.
Can I go have a look at the books? See, are we allowed to read them? Is that disrespectful?
It's not necessarily disrespectful to read the books in and of themselves, but it's kind of frowned upon to read multiple. Like it's like you pick one and you follow one and you devote yourself to that one. You don't dabble in the others.
Okay.
Oh,
What
okay.
about we take one book?
What?
We each take one book and read.
I'll take the middle book.
Information like, oh, I wanted Aria.
On this episode of Shenaniganry and Aevecia,
I
libraries
remember
and
names.
reading.
It was like, that one was good. Can I read the center book?
The center book.
Yeah.
So you're taking Ara.
I guess
I'm not going to take it because that's
But
rude.
yeah, no. But
I'm gonna
like
read it.
that's the one.
Yeah, I'm not going to steal their religious artifact.
I guess I'll
Maybe
take Gaela.
Cool.
I'll read Gaela.
And then Eli, you're with them, aren't you?
Yes.
Okay, cool.
Yeah, so I guess I've got tenure.
All right. How long are you gonna spend to read these books?
As long as it takes to finish them.
That's gonna take a long time. They're like
because they're
Bible
religious
equivalent.
cards.
Yeah, they're like Bible equivalent for
Read
each
the
card.
Bible in like a
I mean,
couple days.
I guess like 30 minutes or so, like, you know,
Yeah, 30 minutes sounds good.
Take some time, kind of skim through it, actually read a few paragraphs, shit like that,
Eli
Barbie
spends-
doesn't do like the full reading every word. She does like the general, just kind of getting the gist of it as she reads through.
Uh-huh.
Eli
Okay.
lasts 10 minutes before getting distracted by the stained glass windows and kind of wanders off to look at those. See how they're made. and
They're
stuff.
enough, honestly. They look pretty cool.
Cool. Okay, well, I'll start with Eli because you got the least information. So, as you open the book, you see a lot of pretty artwork regarding the sea and sea creatures and things like that. It's a very, very beautifully illustrated book. It's got this really nice feel to it. You start reading through it. You don't get too much information. Something about goddess normally shows themselves in like sea animal form. Create like messes with water. I guess that's basically all you got from your quick 10-minute read before getting distracted. Barbie, you got. Hold on. You were skimming through it, and then Peyton, how much were you reading?
I was gonna sit there and read for 30 minutes.
Okay.
Sort of go through it, pick out a couple paragraphs, read them.
Cool.
Sort of like skimming, but also a
Skimming
little
but
bit,
detailed.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Detailed skimming. Okay.
I'm just trying to get a general gist of the whole book. Like, what's this about?
Okay, Barbie, your book is about Ara, the god of chance. It's all about people coming to this god specifically when they need extra fortune for things, or they need more luck for certain things. But everything that they ask for comes with a price. If they want more luck for something, they become unlucky in another thing. But no one tends to realize this until it's too late, except for those that actually commune with Ara, and he warns them when they ask. If they commune and ask for a blessing for some sort of action or some thing in their life, he warns them that there will be they'll become unlucky in some other form, and it's a lot of different stories about that and people's experiences, and where the bigger thing you ask for, the more dangerous the repercussions are. And he,
So he's basically a genie with a warning.
kind of he doesn't grant wishes. He just makes it more likely to happen.
Okay,
just-
it's it's
Yeah.
changing the percentage, like the likelihood of something happening. Like
Yeah.
the likelihood of $1 million falling from the sky onto me. It's just gone from 0 to 23.
Yeah, but it's never guaranteed, and it's kind of there's stories of people testing its limits and people dying from pushing too far and stuff like that. So, yeah, some people like to get very expensive. They've written it down, written the stories, and you get an idea of how it works to a degree.
So it's a story of greed.
Kind of, yeah. And then Gaela, Peyton, your god, Goddess of Storms.
Oh my god, but the god that I'm
Well,
reading
yes, the
about.
god that you're reading about, not your god, Nero, like
You
that.
had to be those. No.
Excuse you. I have taken already.
Yeah, so yours is adorned with lightning bolts and oh yeah, also Bobby, yours had like the Ace of Spades and stuff over it and different kind of playing card kind of iconography. But yes, Gaela's book is covered in like storms and clouds and lightning and different things of that nature. And Gaela is the goddess of storms. She usually presents herself in the clouds, and like lightning usually shoots out to create some like humanoid form for people to interpret as her. People haven't been able to have much communication with her. The best thing they do is kind of determine her response through the resulting lightning or thunder. If it, they try and look at if it's like a larger thunder sound, if it's a much bigger resultant sound or image from Gaela, then it's a more positive answer to the question that you're asking when communing. She typically doesn't step into things, but there have been stories, you're not sure if it's true or not, but there have been stories of her smiting people that have done her followers wrong. There have been stories of people saying that that's completely made up and not a thing. But, it kind of, as far as you can tell, the amount that Gael will do for someone depends on how devout they are to her. And the people that were saying that, that's complete nonsense, she wouldn't smite people, are people who are either new to the craft or actual non-believers who have just been written into the book. But the people claiming that she has smitten people before are generally higher-end followers, kind of like priestish level followers of Gael.
Cool.
Yeah.
I mean, fair enough to her, like... if you're gonna grant anybody any favors, they might as well be people who are loyal to you.
Yeah. Yeah, that's about all the information you get from that amount of time of reading those 3 books. And half an hour has passed.
Yay! I'm
yeah.
real good to get along now. I don't want to be in this church because it's boring. That's not true. It is quite interesting, but also like, let's get going somewhere else.
Cool. As you leave, as you finish reading your books and go to leave, one of the priests from the back comes up to you 3, and he's a little dwarven man. He's got a very large robe on, and kind of it's like trailing behind him on the ground a bit, and he walks up to you and goes, "Oh, hello. Welcome to our church. I saw that the 3 of you were reading the different books, so do you all follow the different gods or goddesses, or are you come to learn, or what brings you to our fine church?"
I mean, I have to admit I am spoken for by another goddess,
Oh.
but I was curious, and learning and the pursuit of knowledge is always, a good thing, in my opinion at least. So, I mean, no disrespect by reading a book
of course.
someone who I'm not following, but Gaela is a very interesting being.
Yes, she is she not? I mean, look, a lot of the people around here are much more strict than I am about who reads what book. I'm more of the mindset of just be careful when you do, because some gods do not like you learning about the other gods, because they're either afraid that you will change faith, or they will get jealous.
I'm pretty stuck with who I've got. It's good.
Okay, well that is good. That as long as you are certain of that, that's what matters. Faith is, well, it's about faith. So as long as you have faith that your deity will not harm you or give you a hard time in any way for learning about the others, then you should be good. But the 3 gods here tend to be quite stubborn about the others.
why do they share a space then?
Well, it's when the area was being built, we had a large congregation of people from these three beliefs, and there was a lot of fighting about who gets to build a church, and they all came to the compromise of just, well, we only have the space for the one church, but we'll allow everyone to sit in it as long as you stick to your religion. And that was that's how it happened.
Fair enough, I suppose.
Yeah. None of them like it, but, it's either that or no one gets it. So, or they fight for it, which no one really wanted to fight at that time. I mean, we're a mining kind of area. Well, we're not, but where we get the resources from that and use that. And we wanted this to be a nice, settle down to live area, which fighting doesn't give a great environment for that.
I totally understand that. 100%.
I'm glad you see that. What about the other, the two of you? How are you for deities?
Oh, I'm currently unspoken for, kind of trying to get more information.
And how do you feel about Ara?
I think it's pretty interesting so far. Like, definitely the comes with the price thing is pretty cool.
Yes,
It's a good, it's a good kind of foreboding ruler, which is quite nice.
Yes, well, Aha is a lot more explicit about the ask for something and you'll gain one thing and be damaged in another way. I mean, the same goes for the other deities, which is something that people don't realize, because it's not as explicit when reading about the others. People just assume, oh, they just like to help me along my way, and it's like, well, yes, but there is a price for that.
Get a gift.
Yeah, exactly. That's what people assume religion is, but until they actually read through it and read the minor details, they don't realize that. But with Ara, it's really explicit. It's you ask for something, you will potentially get that, but you will also get something negative in return. It's,
So it's like a religious terms and conditions.
Sure, that's definitely one way to put it. And young fellow to the right, or left, his right, yes, to my right.
Young fella.
Young fellow, how I know of your kind. I know that how good are you at communicating in common?
Very good, actually.
Oh,
Thank you.
fantastic!
Yeah, I was taught by a
racist
friend.
No, it's not
it's
racist.
Just a really unfortunate fact for when you want to talk to people and then sometimes you physically can't say the word.
Exactly.
Go on.
Well, in that case, how did you feel about the god that you read about, Tenyo?
I'm so happy you said that name, because that was not in my vocabulary.
Oh, yes, of course, if you hadn't, that would make sense. Yes, well, you have it now.
She seems nice. I like sea animals, and apparently she shows up as sea animals. Not too keen on the water. It's hard to swim with feathers and claws. Like, I can't get good things, so I'm not too keen on the water, but, interesting to read about. I was more interested in the stained glass windows, if I'm being honest, because they're very pretty.
Oh, well, yes, the stained glass windows are very pretty. I'm a little disappointed that you didn't resonate with anything in the book, but that's okay. Not every god is for everyone. I hope that you find what you're looking for at some point, whether that is a deity or even not one at all, because that is okay too, and that is a strange thing to hear from a priest, I bet, but it is...
I love this respectful priest. 10 out of 10.
No, dude, we love your attitude. It's great.
Oh, well, thank you. Most people don't share that thought.
Also, I already have a goddess.
Oh, you do? That's fantastic. Which goddess is yours?
Oh, Nera.
I'm not sure if I know that one, actually.
Peyton, hears this and is like, okay! Internally, not actually saying anything, okay!
Oh, he's just like, these are named. Nice.
Well, I'm not all-knowing. I know plenty about the three deities here, but not a huge amount of knowledge for the others that do exist. So I hope that you, if you don't already know enough about your deity, that you do find more about them eventually. I'm sorry that I could not help, but as long as you have faith, then I'm sure all will be good.
Oh yeah, she's pretty cool. I have friends, or I guess they're sort of like family, since I live with them and all, but they know more than me, and that's all good.
Oh, well, that's fantastic. I'm glad you have a community that you consider to be your family under the same deity. That is very important and very rare. So that's amazing. I'm so happy for you.
Family's
Thank you.
always nice to have.
Yeah.
I have a question.
Peyton says with a million children.
Family's always nice to have. Yes, that's exactly why I said that, and totally not tragic backstory or anything.
Oh my gosh. Yes. What is your question, my child?
Why do you have three people in like worship, like 3 deities in one place? How does that work? Are they kind of from the same general area?
Yes,
Oh, sorry.
I did explain that before. They were the original congregation. They followed 3 different gods, and this was their solution to everyone needing to worship their own thing.
Sorry, I think I got distracted. There's a pretty window.
Thank you.
I know, right?
Yeah, it's a pretty window.
Well, I hope that you found what you were looking for, or if not, learned something new along the way.
You know about gods, like mostly these ones, but other ones, right?
I have I mean, it's limited knowledge, but yes, I know of some other deities.
Do you know anything about Pentame?
That is a good question. We are researching a little bit on Pentame as well.
I believe I've seen the name in the library, if you haven't checked that out already.
We visited the library. It's a very interesting library.
It is, isn't it? Trust me, there are weirder ones out there. It's the libraries in that I don't know why they've done the thing that they have. I will never understand it. That's why I mostly just go to churches and just read their books. But
totally fair.
yes, but
I got a full-on headache while I was in there.
Which I do not appreciate. If you're gonna throw out a challenge, you gotta stand by it. Thank you very much.
do you guys know what they're talking about? Anyway, yes, well, the libraries are fascinating indeed, but they do house plenty of knowledge and good entertainment for those that look for that sort of thing. Yes, you found knowledge about them in the library. I have seen the name before, but I don't know if I've actually picked up any of the books yet.
I haven't read them yet, but I did borrow them out.
Okay, well, hopefully they'll give you some answers for what you're looking for.
Hopefully. Thank you for the advice, though, even though we'd already taken it.
That's okay. I mean, the library is not a bad place to go. It's just painful.
Yeah, I got a full-on headache.
Yeah, I'm terrible at sensing things, which is ironic considering I work in a church and we tend to use different incense for kinds of things. So but
it happens.
Yeah, it's not as in your face as the library is.
Oh, do you by any chance know anything about teleportation circles, just out of interest?
I know of them.
Have you used one?
So you don't know of the presence of any in this town?
I'm sure there probably is one, but no, I've never used one.
Would you happen to know where we might find someone who knows the location of the one in this town? We do know that there is one in this town. We have read about it.
There is.
Like an information desk or anything like that?
Well, technically there's 2.
I would doubt there would be 2 in the one place. But in terms of location, honestly, this church is probably the ideal place for one. I mean, I don't know where else they would actually have one. No, but I work here, and as far as I'm aware, we don't have a teleportation circle here. Oh, by golly, I would be taking so good. I would be. I would not be here if that were the case. Nothing against this place.
You have to look around to check.
Sorry, what?
Would you be alright with us having a bit of a poke around, seeing if there is one somewhere on the grounds that maybe you're somehow unaware of?
Sure, I guess that's fine, as long as you're okay with me accompanying you, because this is still technically private residence, so
Of course.
can't just have you
Fine.
wandering
we just
around.
want to have a little bit of fun about. Do either of you have detect magic?
No.
No.
Dang it.
But while
Joy, okay.
while you are going around looking, I doubt we'll need 3 whole people for it. I'm probably gonna sit outside the church because I don't want to actually accidentally offend anyone and read read one of the books that I borrowed from the library.
Cool. Oh, excuse me. Eli, what are you doing then?
I am going to go with the. Did we get a name for the?
No, you did not. You just know that they're the priest.
Priest
Okay.
man.
Priestman.
Well, I'll go with the priest and Barbie.
Okay, cool.
Hayden yells out as they walk away. Hey, tell me if you find anything interesting.
We will.
Probably.
If we scream, please come running as well.
Of course.
I still have a giant ruby, don't I, that I didn't tell them about.
Yeah.
You do, yes.
I forgot about that.
I have lots of things that I didn't tell you about.
Oh yes, so I totally respect that.
Everyone's very aware of the giant sword that you have on you, though.
Oh yeah, no, I don't think I bothered to tell anybody about the sword simply because of the fact that I've got it and it's giant.
And if anyone tries to take it, you have a giant sword.
Exactly. It is damaged though, I do need to get that fixed.
Yes.
You don't need to know that. But yeah, can we start having a bit of a hunt around inside and then maybe look outside, see if there's any extra buildings and stuff?
Yeah, sure. Do you want to roll a perception check?
Yeah, sure.
Yes.
That's a 4. I got a nat 1.
Wow. Okay, well, so as far as you
I got an 18.
Nice. Okay, so, in terms of the church, as far as you can tell, it just seems to be one big building that is mainly this room with just kind of some areas out the back. Eli, you notice that there are some smaller things outside which most people would consider as decoration, but do actually have doors and rooms that you can go in. You're not quite sure what they're for, but there are different buildings just outside that are usable, not just feature walls or stuff like that. And the priest doesn't try and hide that. He's very aware that they are usable rooms. Just Barbie doesn't realize this. Barbie thinks that there are just fancy walls outside.
It's like, oh look, a window.
Cool. So the priest leads you to the back. He signals to one of the altar boys that are in the church to kind of watch over the area and make sure that everyone in there is taken care of if they need it. And then he leads you out the back door of the altar into this back room. It's decently sized. There's a few different doors around. There's a few chairs and some tables and things. This is kind of like the backstage where they plan things and get ready for the sermon and whatnot. It's kind of that little area. There's a small kitchen area with a coffee machine and some snacks and things as well. And the priest just goes, okay, I'm not sure where they would put a teleportation circle. If I'm going to be honest, I have been here for years and have never seen one, but look, you're welcome to look around. That way it leads to the bathrooms, so if you want, you can look there. That one is a storage space for instruments and costumes and things. Back there leads out to the garden area. Out there are some extra communal spaces where people gather to have private conversations. There's one for each deity so that none of them are mixing together for those private things. And yeah, that's basically it. We're not a huge church. Obviously this building is massive, but it's kind of massive but one roomed for the sermon, so we can fit 3 different deity groups in here.
Is it alright if I go check out the storage unit you mentioned?
Yeah, sure, it's just through that way. And he points to just a door on the back wall.
Can I do a perception check as before I walk in to make sure I'm not going to get stabbed? Thea?
What are you looking at to check this?
I'm just doing a little poke about, making sure it doesn't seem like it doesn't feel Oh wait, don't I have I have a special thing because I upgraded as a thing. Wait, it's the danger sense. You have advantage on dex saving throws against effects you can see. Okay, well if something attacks me, I have advantage. Okay, I'm just gonna walk in with reckless abandon.
Okay, you walk in. It is dark and there are things everywhere. You very nearly trip over but manage to catch yourself. Yes, there's a light switch on the wall, but it's very difficult to see. You turn on the light. There are costumes and instruments and bags and just all sorts of things all over the place. It is very not organized. And the priest kind of looks behind you just like, I'm so sorry, we haven't had like a proper event here in a long time, so people have just kind of been throwing things in here. But yes, there you go.
Just for my own peace of mind, how flammable is this room?
Quite.
Very? Okay, because I thought if we burnt everything in it, then only the circle would be left on the floor.
No, all
arson.
all that would be left on the floor is the ashes of the building.
Okay.
No arson, specifically and especially of religious buildings.
Pretty sure that's a hate crime.
Yeah.
Building, that's a
Pretty sure you would be smited by Gaella, sent into a flood by Tenya, and then just managed to go into the bottommost layer of hell because you were so unlucky.
Okay, well I will gently, without fire for now, search through the room.
Okay, roll an investigation check.
That little for now tacked on the end should not be there.
No, I agree, but that's the wording that she chose.
Well,
wait, guys, I haven't been chaotic enough in quite a while.
Is Barbie in the room where the priest mentioned like costumes and storage and stuff?
Yeah.
I would also like to go in there and look for a cloak, like the one that the person was wearing.
A priest's robe, or
no, the cloak of the figure that was running away. Because if they teleported here, then this would be the ideal place to hide it, and then walk out looking like a normal person.
Right. Okay. Cool.
Dressed as a priest.
Sure. Roll an investigation check.
For quite a while, so I might be helpful.
Yeah. So.
Yeah, I didn't hear you.
Yeah.
Michelle, what did you say?
Eli. So speak. Eli, roll investigation check. Bobby, you also roll the initial investigation check.
Okay. 11.
Nope, there just is junk everywhere. You can't seem to find any remnants of a teleportation circle or anything that would be used for it.
Eli?
I got a 3.
Like, there are clerks in here. Like, there are...
See, I'm really liking my plan for arson right now.
There are clerks in here. Some are very pretty, some not so much. There are some that give off, like, a godly vibe. There are some that kind of... Godly as in, like, design made to look like they are portraying a god on stage, not as in, like, it's actually imbued with magic from the gods.
This is a divine costume.
You look over and just see a god, like...
just, like, casually hanging out their clothes. Like, yeah, this is fine.
Yeah, this is where I store my mortal clothing.
Yeah, but no, nothing stands out in terms of teleportation circles or the cloak that the figure was wearing.
Okay.
How would you guys feel if I set it a little on fire?
Please don't do that.
I'm not even there. I'm not there. I can't say anything.
How mad would you be at me if I set a little bit of stuff on fire?
I would immediately use inflict wounds on you.
That is
what
a
if I
threat.
set you on fire, Eli?
Did you just threaten to set Eli on fire?
Maybe.
just don't set anything on fire. I don't understand why it wouldn't help. It would hide, like chalk burns. It would disappear as well.
It'll be like, cool, it's not here.
Yeah, because you got rid of it.
Okay, let's, how do I want to sort efficiently. I don't know how to find things.
Yeah, well...
Taking too long.
Okay, so since there's nothing in here, I'm going to go out and look into the more communal space, like those little rooms that you mentioned.
Yeah.
That are off the side of the building. I'd like to just kind of ask the priest, like, oh, what's in each of those? Like, can I check in there, or is it private?
I mean, they're technically private, but for your discoveries, I will allow you to enter them, considering you're not here for any malicious intent as far as I can tell. If you are, I'm going to be very hurt. But...
No, never.
Oh, okay, good.
Can I go to the bathroom block and check that out?
Yeah, sure, you can head into the bathroom while Eli gets this description. Okay, so we've got 3 small buildings outside here, each one for each god. That one's for Tenya, that one's for Ara, and that one's for Gaela. As you can see, they're like color-coded and designed for the different deities, because that's what they wanted to do with them. There's not much in them. It's like more decoration on the inside, like posters and colors and tables and chairs and things. Like, it's literally a space for them to just sit and congregate and have a conversation about there. Have you ever heard of a youth group?
From the sound of it, like, is that a bunch of kids, a group of youth?
I mean, yes, that is the literal translation of it. Never mind, it doesn't matter. Yes, basically there's just like a circle of chairs and some tables for snacks and things, and everyone comes and sits down and they discuss the lore of their god, I guess.
That sounds fun.
It is quite, especially if you actually follow the god. They're very interesting to sit on when you don't, because, it's very fascinating to hear, but usually they don't let you do that. I'm just allowed to because I actually work here and have to monitor things, but yes, they are quite fun and interesting. I would recommend seeing if you can find a group to do that with your deity.
Wait, did we ever figure out which specific god the priest was for?
Nope.
No.
Oh, that's fun. Cool.
Yeah.
How do I start following a deity?
You just do.
You just do.
I would like to do that.
For real?
Like, legit?
I roll to worship God.
Okay.
Just praying on the toilet. Just gets into stall. Dear God.
Okay, but yeah. So I think I'm going to go with probably Tenya first, since I read that little bit about her.
Sure.
And, like, just walk up to the door, like, very kind of politely knock on it, just to see if there's anyone in there, if I'm disturbing anything.
You knock on the door, no one answers, the lights seem to be off. The priest just says, yeah, there shouldn't be anyone in these right now. There aren't groups happening right now, so let me just, he pulls some keys out of his pocket and unlocks the door for you and opens it to let you in.
Oh, thank you.
You're welcome.
Okay, so I would like to look around the room, especially, like, paying attention to the floor to see if there's any, like, rugs that could potentially cover up a teleportation circle, or chests to hide materials for it.
There aren't chests. There are like cabinet things on the side of the room. And in terms of rugs, there is one massive circular one right in the middle of the room with the circle of chairs on top of it. And it's just got like this massive like wave design on it. It's a big circular rug with wave design on it.
Do I know if teleportations have to be a certain size? Like, would I know that it's a spell, so it has to be set, or if it's...
You wouldn't know from the book that you read.
Okay. I would like to move half of the chairs kind of over into one side, just like stacking them neatly, so I can roll up this rug by half, because then no matter how big the circumference of the circle,
it's actually just really tiny in the other half. No?
Yeah, I mean, there's a chance for that, but I'm taking my
You
chances.
you would hope not.
I have 2 other rooms to check, Thea.
Yeah. Okay, so you move the chairs around. The priest comes in and helps you stack some of them as well, because he kind of sees what you're doing and wants to help. And then you both roll the rug together and get to about halfway, and there's just floor.
Well, that's disappointing. I mean, it's probably good that there's no teleportation circles of a person of dubious morality leading to your church, but I really would like to solve this one.
I mean, yes, I'm quite invested in this too now. So going on the hunt for some teleportation circles, nothing quite exciting as that. So yes, well, are we going to look at the other rooms, or are we going to? I mean, we should definitely put this back first because.
Oh yes, 100%. Yeah,
Yes,
let
not
me
going to
grab
like
that.
but,
Hang on. Wait, hang on. You unroll the rug. I'll start putting the chairs back.
Okay. You go to work and start setting the room back as it was before.
Yeah.
Absolutely wild that we still do not have this man's name.
It has not occurred to Eli to ask for it.
We like immediately got. Well, I immediately got like Jeremy's name or whatever the fuck.
Yeah.
But this guy, no.
Nope.
Eli mostly uses descriptions rather than actual names, because if he uses names, half the time it's back in their voice.
It's very unsettling.
Creepy.
So yeah, he uses descriptions more than anything else. So it has not occurred to him to ask what this man's name is.
Wait, that raises the question: does Eli have like a bank of really common names in his original voice?
Yes.
I would think so. Right?
You got read the dictionary. That's
that's right. Yeah, if the name is in the dictionary, then. Cool. So while this is happening, Barbie, you went into the toilet block.
Yeah, I'm just gonna have a hunt around, see if anything looks chalky on the ground.
I wouldn't say chalky on the ground, but there are definitely drawings on the side of the stalls.
Can I read them?
Yeah, sure. There's which bathroom are you in?
What? You mean like gendered bathroom or?
Yes, there is male, female, disabled, other, like what?
I'll go into the women's. It's usually cleaner.
Cool. Yeah, you walk into the women's bathroom, and there's no one in there at the moment. It looks fairly clean. It's still a little dirty, but like it's midday at the moment, so there's probably been some people in. The cleaners haven't come through yet. And yeah, you look at the side of the store walls, and there's different scribblings. There's like 10 years the best deity, and like no, like just nonsense kind of like argument things, and just like your mom, and like just like Priest Goldenrod is a pedophile, and just classic things you see.
What?
Classic things that you see on the store walls.
What's the name of the priest that we've been walking around with?
You don't know.
Wait,
okay,
I'm
gonna go check on Eli.
No. What was the name of the priest who was supposedly a pedophile?
Hi, I'm gonna go check what this guy's name is.
No. What was the name that someone was accusing?
It was. Yeah, but it's it's the stupidest spelling. It's Goldenrod, so it's like KOLDANHROWD.
That's Golden Road.
Yeah.
Oh, geez.
But it's pronounced Goldenrod, which confuses a lot of people.
Did you come up with that spelling, Thea?
Yes.
I thank you.
Like, it's not realistic if you don't have people with the stupidest spellings for their names, right?
Yeah.
Cool. Yeah, so what are you doing, Bobby?
I'm gonna go check and make sure that Eli's okay and ask the name of the guy we're following.
Cool. All right, you walk out and see Eli and the priest exiting the first room outside, and you suddenly realize that, these aren't just fancy walls. These are actual, like, buildings. And
Oh wow! Okay.
yeah, and
Wild.
insane.
Wow.
Yeah, and you watch them exit, and the priest goes, "Oh, how did the search in the bathrooms go?"
There were some interesting things written on the walls, just completely unrelated. What's your name?
Oh, right. I'm so sorry. I never introduced myself. You can call me Father Coinhood.
Huh.
What's the spelling of that, Liam?
Coinhood, Coinhood, like the
Okay, so this was
literal.
actual normal spelling.
Yes.
That's not. It's not the one we had the name of.
No,
No.
it's
Okay,
not called
cool. I still stand slightly in protective stance of Eli, because now I'm on guard.
Wait, I keep forgetting if we actually know how old Eli is.
Yeah, no, you don't actually.
Yeah, okay.
I protect. It doesn't matter if you're 8 or 80. I protect.
Actually, you mostly get tack.
That's true.
Okay, I protect you. That's pretty much it.
After
Party
the
members protect only.
after the priest,
Murphy's still on notice.
Oh wow!
after the priest shares his name, he looks at both of you. He's like, "I'm so sorry. I don't think I asked your names either. What are your names?"
I'm not there. You'll have to introduce me.
My name is Eli.
Nice to meet you,
My
Eli.
name's Violet.
Nice to meet you, Violet.
Eli just kind of gives Barbie a look like, okay. Like, in his head, he's just like, okay, I swear that when I finally got your name, it was Barbie, not Scary Bat Lady. But I guess you have two names?
How subtly are you having that realization and kind of like look?
Well, Eli has a bird face.
Eli does not
So-
have a human face or features.
Yeah, so his kind of expression is like
Bird.
barely noticeable. It's just he's staring off into the distance a little
His
bit.
expression is bird.
Okay, cool. All right, the priest backs up and says, "Okay, well, now that we're all acquainted, shall we continue searching these other
Ask
rooms?"
after me?
No, fuck you. You love to read your library books, nerd.
You're not there, and he was kind of he's enthralled by this adventure and is asking the presence of the two people currently with him because
That's valid. That's
We're
valid.
the
replacing
third person just left.
We have a new third party member.
I'll just go back to my kids then, I guess.
Shenaniganry and Aevecia, starring Barbie,
your
Eli,
child.
and Father Coinhood.
What a mix.
Oh god.
Go up for that.
Okay, but yeah, I think we move on to the next room then.
Cool. He gets his keys back out and shuffles over through them and unlocks the second room. I was like, all right, this one is for Ara. You'll notice that it kind of looks like a casino in some sorts. There's a lot of cards and poker sets and things like that. They like to have fun here as well. It's kind of their shtick, I guess.
What
But
a
yeah,
thing to have at a church.
I know, it's very unsettling. That's why these rooms are locked and restricted.
What a
to
thing
the
to have
specific
for a
rooms.
youth group.
I never said that youth groups happen here. That was my example of the kind of thing that happens in these groups.
Okay, good. Okay. Because I was going to be like, wow.
I mean, to be
these
fair,
kids are getting wild.
I also never said that they didn't. I just never said that they did.
Yeah. Okay. But is it the kind of similar setup with a circle of chairs and a big rug, or
Yeah, so
how
it's
are we looking in here?
yeah, so it's similar to an extent. There are instead of one big circle of chairs, it's like smaller groups around tables, so that people can have like their own little betting games and stuff like that. It's definitely more of like a gaming area for like bets and exploring with chance and trying to see if they can use their deities' powers to.
Do you reckon
Change
the
things.
younger kids, like, if they win a game of chance, they'll tell the other kids, like, they'll have that one kid in the group that's like, this just means that Ara likes me more than you.
Oh, absolutely.
Oh my god. I would hate to be there during that.
vying for their deity's favor.
Yeah. But yeah, that's kind of the design. It's like, think of like a casino or like a gaming bar kind of theme. That's kind of like what it looks like in here. In terms of big rugs, it like the floor is carpeted like completely. And in terms of rugs, there's like small ones just like under tables and things, just so things don't mess with the carpet.
I would like to investigate the carpet to see if there's anywhere it can be pulled up. Like if this is like all a big cover.
Roll an investigation check.
Dear God, please give me a good roll because I got -1 to investigation. That's not too bad. That's a 12.
As far as you can tell, it seems to be pretty solid carpet. It looks like it was like it's meant to be here. Like there's a couple little dangly bits coming out of the carpet, like it's been worn a little bit, but there's no real like, oh, this just comes off. It's like, no, this is actually set carpet. It's meant to be here.
Okay. Well then I go, I don't think it's here either. To the next one?
All right, to the next one. And you...
Sorry if we're distracting you. We're trying to figure this out. It's all...
No, this is very good.
Confusing.
It's been quite a quiet day. I mean, after the commotion yesterday or whenever it was, I lost track of time, but after that commotion at the sports field, not many people have been coming out lately. You would think that people would try and find solace in the church, but most people have been trying to stay safe in their homes. Like, we've had a few people come out, and it seems to be picking up nowish, but yes, it hasn't been as busy as usual, so I can afford to come out and explore.
You mean the baseball game?
Yes, the baseball game.
That was my first baseball game. It didn't end how I thought it was meant to.
Oh, yes. No, that's generally not how baseball games are supposed to go.
Mm-hmm. And that's the whole reason we're looking for teleportation circles.
How so? I don't recall any mention of teleportation happening at the event.
Oh, well, there was a strange figure and some dretches, and then these two fell down a big hole, and we're still looking for the strange figure, and there was a teleportation circle, and it leads to somewhere in Sharnwick, and now we're just trying to find where it leads to and find them and something. It's all very confusing. I think Peyton is doing a better job keeping track of that.
Peyton? Oh, is that the friend that was with you at the books?
Mm-hmm.
Ah, okay. Wow, good.
You've been remembered.
Yay!
Names.
I love. I regret now not being there because now I can't just take over the conversation and go, actually, this is what happened. I am like physically holding myself back from like actually reminding you live, but I'm not there.
Actually. Cool.
Peyton is guilty of mansplaining. They don't like it, but they are. It's
fair. Cool. You all exit this room, gets locked back up, and you head to the third and final room for Gaela. It's a lot darker. They've got like foam hanging from the ceiling to kind of look like clouds and stuff. It's a lot more relaxed. All the chairs are actually like stacked at the side of the room. Nothing's out at the moment. This room is also carpeted. It's a much like darker grey kind of carpet, and general like tables and things. It's another just congregation room.
I still want to investigate the carpet.
Roll again.
Oh, better. 16 this time.
Nice. Still seems like actual carpet that's supposed to be here, though. Like, there is a spot that you can peel it up, but it's not a spot that, like, looks like it should be peeled up. Like, it looks like just it's been worn and has curled a bit. It definitely doesn't look like it just, oh, this should come off. Yeah.
God damn it. Well, I'm out of ideas.
The priest kind of perks up and just goes, Look, I can't say I'm surprised. Like, I have worked here for a long time, and I've never seen any signs of a teleportation circle or any examples of people just coming in out of nowhere. I mean, well, people kind of do just come in out of nowhere. We're a church, people just wander in. But like, not people just not being anywhere and then suddenly walking out of a room somewhere. Teleportation-like. So yes, can't say I'm surprised that
So
they're...
you know most of the people that come in and out of the church.
What?
You see most of the people that come in and out of the church.
I mean, I see a decent amount of the people that walk in and out. I mean, I don't see everyone. I have a life.
Have you seen a man wearing a very dramatic cloak?
Dramatic how?
I'm trying to remember what he looked like. He was a tiefling, wasn't he?
Yes. I'm trying to remember how much information I actually gave you.
Tall, wearing a big black cloak, I think.
That's what Barbie saw, was the tiefling with the cloak. The rest of us just know he's got a cloak.
Okay.
Yeah, I chased him on foot for like an hour.
I feel like I might have seen someone like that around, but I'm not quite certain. I can't remember if it was at the church or if it was just around the town.
But you saw someone somewhere in town.
I feel like I have seen that like a figure with that description.
You saw them?
Like
in the past couple of days.
Yes, like it's very recent. I don't think it was today, but I do believe that I've seen.
Did you see him leave the church?
I can't remember the location. I can't remember if it was the church or if it was somewhere else. Everything just seems to blend together these days. But I feel like I've seen someone matching that description.
Okay. I kind of want to go check out the general store. Do you mind if I head off to the general store and ask a couple of questions if you want to finish up at the church? If you're not done already?
Yeah, sure.
Cool. Okay. Thank you for your time. I'll hopefully come back and chat to you soon. I'm gonna go ask about the tiefling man. Thank you for your help. Good day.
Cool. Yes, he waves goodbye and just says, I hope that you end up finding what you're looking for. I would love to know if you do, but of course, no requirements, no... Sorry.
We will try and know the full info. Good.
Yeah, sorry, just had a trigger on his finger a second. I'm just gonna have a drink.
The priest is just standing there, has a cough, and it goes, we're good.
Priest pulls out his holy water, chug.
Can I just say that I love Father Coinhood and his pursuit of knowledge? Mad curious, and I love him.
I'm glad.
I think Chip may have competition.
Never. Chip is a boy.
No, Chip is eternal. Father Coinhood is simply a distraction.
Maybe he is not bad.
Father Coinhood is to let us forget that we will not see Chip for at least another couple of sessions.
Yeah, that is exactly what he is.
I'm gonna go back and say hi to Chip.
Father Coinhood is just filler.
Chip and his society are currently busy trying to fill the gap that the death of their monarch has left.
Indeed.
Hopefully they will create rat democracy.
They become a socialist
democracy.
Honestly, yes. Hopefully their next rat leader is not a rat king. You know.
Indeed.
Or
we
a
want
queen.
A rat dictator.
Oh no.
Kind of what?
A rat dictator.
No, that's worse than a rat king.
Socialism.
Adolf Twitchler.
No.
I'm leaving this group. I'm leaving this session. Thank you for everyone for breaking my D&D curse, but it's over. Goodbye forever.
That was terrible.
No.
Okay, so yes, the priest doesn't have a coughing fit, and just says, yes, I hope you find what you're looking for. You don't need to share with me if you do, but I would love to know if you do, because I'm very curious.
I'm gonna come back and tell you.
Oh,
If I die, peace out.
I do hope you make it through, but
That's sweet.
I don't wish death upon anyone, so I mean, if that's sweet, then
Okay,
sure.
you're making me feel special, and now I'm a little hurt. I'm not gonna...
Well, I'm sorry. Anyway, Good luck on your adventures, and hopefully I'll see you shortly.
Goodbye, scary bat lady.
Be back.
Cool. So you head out from the back of the church and head back out the front, and find Peyton sitting outside reading one of the books from the library. Peyton, which book are you reading?
I'm kind of skimming through the one that explains the worship practices of Nira. Not because I want to learn necessarily anything new, just because more comparing my current knowledge to what has been written down.
Cool. Can
See
you?
if there's anything new that I haven't kept up with.
Yeah, sure.
You got on Mira.
Sorry? What was that?
I said, what's the new goss on me?
Yeah.
It's
What
just
is
a
it?
magazine.
Hey Thea, what's the new goss on Mira? What am I rolling?
Can you roll a Constitution saving throw, which sounds more advanced than it is? It's just how much effort does it take for you to read through this book?
Is this going to physically hurt me if I fail?
No, it just might give you exhaustion if it's a bad roll.
Okay. I'm gonna get emotionally hit by this. That's, what is it, con plus 2, that's a 14.
Okay, you're fine. It's a long read. You didn't, you got
Okay,
through
it's
a
just
chunk
because it's
of
a
it.
big book. Okay.
Yeah, it's a big book.
I thought you were gonna give me emotional damage from this stout or
Take
some
1d6 emotional damage.
Jesus, 1d6.
Yeah.
That's a lot.
Oh my god.
Peyton just breaks down crying.
Yeah, a lot of the information so far that you read seems pretty consistent with what you're doing.
Well, nobody said I was doing anything.
Well, yeah, in terms of what you know is the correct phrasing for that. Yeah, so it seems pretty consistent from other things that you've read and heard, and yeah, as far as you can tell, you got the knowledge.
Okay, cool. Nothing new. Peyton's basically just putting that aside. Nothing new. All right, time to put that aside. I've updated myself on anything that might have changed in the last few years.
Yeah.
And then just puts it aside to take back to the library later.
Nice. Don't want to get hunted down by the library rangers.
Nope. Okay, here's the thing. I did give myself 2 weeks.
That's true. You did give yourself 2 weeks.
Rather, I asked them to give me 2 weeks, and they did give me 2 weeks. So.
Cool. So yeah, Bobby, you walk out and see Peyton putting their book away. What do you do?
I'm gonna be like, hey dude, I'm gonna go just check out this cool looking general store. So I'm either going to find information or find Quatila.
If you find Quatila, limit it to only one. Thank you.
Looking you in the eyes, about to take another psych.
B, no arson. Because I'm gonna stay.
What about little arson?
No.
What about
absolutely
Molotov?
0% arson.
What if across the road I yoink a Molotov?
No, 0% arson. No. Because I'm gonna stay here and wait for Eli.
You didn't know about any of that arson, thank you very much. You were not there for that, you'd abandoned us, so you have no idea that I'm plotting arson.
You know.
Peyton just has a general idea and just...
things that Barbie would probably do if I wasn't there to stop her.
Yeah.
You've got a list, you pull out a
top of the list. Top of the list, arson. Second thing on the list, murder.
Third is incapacitating a child with a bat.
He just pulls out the list, goes, okay, none of this, and shows you the list.
And I'm like, yeah, that's fair. I was planning arson back then.
Okay, no arson. I'm gonna stay here and wait for Eli. Could you get me a snack? I don't care. Just a snack.
Also, the board is gonna take your suggestion to not commit arson under for review. We'll get checked back with you in the next 24 hours.
I will threaten the entirety of the board if they do not say yes to no arson.
Okay, the board is feeling significantly threatened, knowing that you do have powers that are quite strong, because I know from the arena.
Yes. No arson.
Fine. Now.
Cool. All right. So, Bobby, you don't actually know where the general store is. Just fun fact.
Can I ask passers-by that I haven't scared in the past where the general store is?
Sure. There are the resident, like the people that were inside the church, or do you want to just ask someone like on the side of the street?
I'm gonna cover my eyes with my hand, do a spin, and point, and the closest person to where I'm pointing is the one I will ask.
Cool. You do a spin, and the closest person you find is all the way down the end of the street.
Oh, nice. I'm gonna just run at them. No, I'm gonna slowly walk up to them, trying not to be intimidating because I actually need help.
Cool. You start walking up and like looking at them from the distance. You know, they look small, but as you get closer, they still look small, and you realize they're a halfling, but smaller. And then you realize they're a child halfling. And then you see them turn and look at you, walking towards them, this big, tall, elven woman who is a barbarian and monk, and you see the child run away.
Can I just be like, no, I'm sorry, I just need directions.
They're
Also,
gone.
are you okay? Where is your parent?
They're gone. They've run.
Me, the player of Peyton, who is a parent, listening about this child whose parent is not present.
Can I try and roll to do the opposite of intimidation? An anti-intimidation.
Yeah, roll a charisma check.
Okay, yeah, that's what that's called. So I say, what's my charisma? One moment, I probably should have done that first. Hey, why is it being rude? Okay, I'm gonna. That's 14.
Yeah, the kid's gone.
No, I want to find the child. I want to make sure the child's okay. Where is this child's parent?
I don't know. The kid's gone, and you don't see them or a parent around.
Okay, I'm going to try and follow the kid, because the kid I'm worried about.
Your eyes are from the kid's perspective. This is so terrifying. They just see a very tall person.
But I want to make sure the kid is safe first. And I'm going to be like, dang it, Peyton.
Okay, roll an investigation check to try and find the child.
That's an 18.
Cool. As you walk down the street and try and find where they went, you see them turn a corner down an alleyway that you were walking past.
Can I try and intercept them?
I mean, yeah, sure. Roll. What check would I do for this? Roll a intelligence check, but with disadvantage because you don't know the area.
Where is intelligence?
It's like one of the just base things. Like it's just an intelligence modifier.
Okay, cool.
Yeah.
Cool. That's 19.
Okay, you managed to look further ahead.
Did you roll with disadvantage?
Oh yeah.
Oh no, I didn't. 1 second.
Yes.
That's a 16.
Okay. Yeah. You. Cool. You look a little further ahead and see another alleyway that seems to lead towards where the other street would get to. So you rush forwards and run down there, and you step into the street and just get dunk, and the child hits your leg and falls onto the ground.
Can I be like, oh my gosh, I'm so sorry, are you okay? I'm not trying to, I just want to make sure you're all right. Are your parents nearby? In the least, again, the most calm, chill voice.
Roll another charisma check.
Okay,
Actually, roll persuasion.
Persuasion?
Yeah.
Where is my persuasion? I don't have eyes. Where is my persuasion?
Should be underneath charisma, because it's a charisma check. It's just, you could have proficiency in it.
Yeah.
Okay, then that's 20.
Hot damn.
Wow.
I got +5 charisma, y'all.
Damn. The small, sorry, what did I say? Halfling. Did I? Is that what I said?
Halfling.
Okay, cool. I forgot already.
Wait, can I be down, like, on her level, like, kind of squatted down, not so I'm less intimidating?
Yeah, sure. You crouch down, and she looks up to you. She's got tears in her eyes, just like, my parents are hurt. Who are you? Why are you following me?
I'm sorry, honey. I just wanted to make sure you're okay because you were alone. And okay, if you want to go home, do you want to like a walk home? Are you okay?
I'm fine. I know my way around. And then from like a little while behind you, you just hear, "Hey, what's going on here?" And as you turn around, you just see like 3 other small like halfling children. You see one out the front with like fists on his hips, and then 2 surrounding it. One's kind of like cowering behind the one in front, got like glasses on and like snot dripping down its nose, and then another one who's just kind of like trying to back up the first one, looking kind of intimidating, but also really not.
Okay, can I be like, oh, sorry, I just wanted to make sure that she was like safe getting home because I saw her by herself. Are you guys okay? Because you're all just kind of out by yourselves.
Hey, why don't you mind your own business, lady?
Excuse me?
Child.
Get away from our friends.
Okay,
Go, beat it.
Can I look slightly less unintimidating now?
Oh my god.
So you want to look more intimidating?
Yeah, it's like I don't want to
intimidating.
pull on my intimidation, but I'm gonna stand up to my full height.
You see the one to the right of the leader out front kind of like fully hides behind the leader of this small group, but the leader stays strong, kind of puffs his chest a bit and keeps looking at you as you kind of rise above him.
Okay, well if you guys are safe getting home, then that's fine. Okay, peace out. I'm gonna go back to the general. Actually, do you guys know where the general store is by any chance?
How do I say you better run, but also give directions? I don't know. Would you just give the directions? I guess. Okay. Yeah, the general store is down that way.
You better run is not really necessary. Like, I appreciate what you're doing, but it's not particularly intimidating just because I'm about 4 times your size.
Hey, just because I'm small doesn't mean I'm not intimidating.
Dude, I have a nailed bat. I think I beat you.
Hey, you know what? That's pretty cool. Where did you get it?
I made it actually. It's pretty nice.
Nice. Would you make me one?
I mean, if you want one, yeah, sure.
Oh hell yeah.
Like, it's got a business of cool looking weapons.
How do we sort this then? How do I? Do you guys want nailed bats too? It's like I'm good. Hey,
nails. I can figure it out from there.
All right, sick. Well, do you want to head? We can take you to the general store because they should have bats and nails.
Yeah, cool, sure.
Hell yeah. If the general store doesn't have bats, then Peckmit's does because, sporting store.
Nice, cool. Yeah,
I love this because Bobby is developing her own gaggle of small violent children.
I was just gonna say, Eli has the rat boys, Bobby has the halfling.
Peyton has their own kids.
Everyone has their own children now.
Yo, I'm Steve Harrington from Stranger Things.
Oh my god.
I even get the bat and everything, heck yeah.
The leader walks over to the small halfling girl and helps her up, and then she follows along with them. And they're just like, all right, the general store is this way. And you all walk down the street, heading towards the general store. Well, in that case, let's jump back to Eli. So, you have now looked through the 3 rooms. Bobby has left, and you are with the priest out the back. What do you want to do?
So I turn to the priest and I'm just like, you don't remember where you saw the person, but if it was in church, do you know if there's anyone else who would remember seeing them? Like someone else who works here or looks at the doors or you know.
I mean, you could definitely ask. There's the altar boy who's here. One of the other priests might be here soon, but I don't know if any of them are here now. We can go have a look. But yes, maybe someone else who works at the church would have seen them. You could try asking the people here, but really not sure. I'm sorry.
It's all right. You're still trying your best.
I am. I don't know how to respond to that out of character. Do not know. Cool. So, what do you want to do?
Let's find the altar boy. You might have seen something. Get back in the church.
Cool. You head back through into the main seating area of the church, and you see the altar boy is just kind of cleaning stuff off to the side.
Mm-hmm. Hello. Hi. Could I ask you guys some questions?
Oh, are you talking to me? Hi. Sorry. And he just like takes out his headphones, and just kind of goes, "Hi, I'm Carrick. How can I help?"
Sorry, what was the name?
Carrick.
Please spell.
Kirric.
K-I-R-R-I-C.
They're another small dwarvish boy.
Cool. Hello. I am looking for someone, and I was wondering if you might have seen them.
Aren't we all looking for someone? I mean, you've come to the best place. There are 3 books up there. Have a read. See if you find what you're looking for. There you go.
I love him.
Well, I did actually have a quick read for Tenya.
Yes.
Quite interesting, but like, which one? Do you follow one of the gods up there?
Oh, I do indeed. I follow Ara.
Oh, cool. Well, let's hope that Ara's smiling on us and we have some good luck, because I was hoping that you might have seen someone, a tiefling with a cloak, come through here in the past couple of days.
Let me think. I can't say that I have seen anyone like that come through here. I'm sorry. Maybe ask one of the guys.
Why would one of the gods have seen them? Well, I mean...
Because they're all seeing, of course.
That's true. I've never asked my god if she can just tell me things instead of having to look for them. I usually just help clean up things using the power of prayer. Oh,
I love Eli just figuring out, wait a second, gods are all powerful.
Yeah! It's like, he prays, he gets some spells, he helps clean up shit and like uses magic at the circus. He's never thought, like, what if I directly ask my god if they know what's up?
I just realized that Peyton could probably do that as well, but also, like, Peyton doesn't really talk to Mira.
Yeah.
Okay, I've never directly tried to speak with my god before. I just thought she'd be a bit too busy, because I just kind of do things around the circus. I'm not, like, I clean and stuff, and then I do, like, practice acrobatics. I'm not really big on the, like, worship section of things, but, I do the standard jobs and that kind of practice. Do you know how to directly talk to a god?
Well,
I feel like that could be very easy.
The commune spell is quite handy. I don't know how experienced you are in magic from your deity, but commune is typically the way to go. You get 3 questions, they answer in some form.
Commune is a 5th level spell.
Oh shit.
So no.
Oh boy.
Are there any lower level spells?
Oh, we got one of those. Well.
Wow!
Character! Also, fuck this altar boy.
Out of character, I genuinely don't know. If any easier things. There probably are, I just genuinely can't think of them right now. So
Get an omen.
that sounds like a bad thing.
Well, there's four possible omens, which is wheel for good results, woe for bad results, wheel and woe for good and bad results, and nothing for results that aren't especially good or bad. So
Also, I just
useless.
checked. Commune is cleric only, and subclasses Raven Queen Warlock only.
Right, okay, so there must be another method for warlocks, unless it's like non-intentional communication, or like through dreams and stuff.
Probably
Yeah.
more that, to be honest.
Because warlocks don't necessarily have to be close to whoever's giving them
No.
power. It can just be like, oh yeah, I met a fae in the woods one time, and they're like, here's the magic, now go kill a guy for me or something.
Warlocks 101.
Yeah, warlocks 101. They don't need to do talk anything to their guy. Like they just get hooked up, and usually with some sort of ultimatum, and then they have to deal with it.
Yep, that sounds like how it go.
Okay.
But yeah,
So
this other
commune's
place.
out.
Yeah, this other place is like, well, why don't you work something out with your group? Try just praying to them. See if that does anything. Maybe it'll work. I'm going to go continue the stuff that I was doing. Goodbye.
Do you know? Sorry. Just quickly before you go, I'm sorry to interrupt you while you're busy.
It's fine.
It doesn't sound fine, but.
What do you want to ask?
Oh, so you haven't seen anyone like that, but is there any time that you would have been out that you could have missed them and someone I could talk to that was there at the time? Or should I just try something else? Because I really don't think I'm going to find what I need here.
I mean, maybe one of the priests. I come here to clean and stuff on shift work. Other than that, I've got school and I've got a life. I don't live here. Like some people like to. Some people like. Yeah, like, you know, humanoid.
I'm a living person.
Yep. So there could have been plenty of times. Ask the wow, my brain just fried. Oh my gosh, what are they called? Oh my gosh, what are they called?
Coinhood? Or
No,
goldenrod?
like yes, but like their status in the church.
Priest.
Thank you. Ask the priests or something. They're here much more often than I am. I can't help you. Good day.
Okay, well, thank you.
He just wanders off.
Kind of rude, but like makes sense if you're busy doing stuff. I get that. I work in customer service. Okay. I'm going. Yeah. Okay. So I'm gonna walk out the church and like approach Peyton.
Cool.
Just, are you reading about Nara?
I am.
Oh, you gonna start worshipping her or something? You got those from the library, didn't you?
I did. I'm not going to start worshipping her. Which is this is out of character me saying this from here on, which is technically not untrue.
Exactly.
Okay, well, if you want to learn more that isn't just in books, like I can always take you to talk to one of the people at the circus, because they know a lot about Nara. They're the ones who taught me about her.
Cool. Yeah, you know what? I might just take you up on that offer.
Fantastic. As for things here, I wasn't able to find any teleportation circles. Neither was Barbie. Barbie's gone to look at the general store, I think she said.
Yes, she
But,
passed me.
Yeah, I definitely don't have a little army of people who are about to have failed bats.
But yeah, I don't think we found anything here. I'm sorry.
Oh no, that's fine. I don't know why you're apologizing to me. Oh,
I mean-
actually, yes, my child. Okay, that's fair.
Yeah, I mean, you must want them to be better as soon as
Oh
possible.
shoot, I forgot about the child. I'm just not making
Oh
more
my
notes.
god! Wow.
Every time, Michelle.
Sorry, I got distracted. I found more children, and one of them might not have a parent, so we might have a new team.
He's a replacement for your child. Sorry, got you lost.
That's not what I
You
meant, but
want-
exactly.
It's like replacing a pet without telling me your kid. Replace Oleander without telling Peyton.
Yeah, just, okay, your name is now Oleander 2. Do your best.
Oleander the second.
I mean, they are halflings.
Oleander's a no!
Oh shit, I forgot! Close enough, they're both short.
Oh my god. I'm gonna cry. Oh no, you've set me off.
Oh my gosh.
Okay. Oh jeez.
Yeah. So, do you think we should join her to make sure she doesn't do something, I guess, violent? Or
Before she left, I did give her a short lecture on no arson, and I think she agreed not to.
She also has that big, scary spiked bat. So
That's true.
That's not arson.
No, I did show her a list of things she couldn't do, which did include murder. So.
But I said I would for now. If circumstances change, however, I will have to reconsider.
Then it's in that case, it's a Peyton will like have a look at the situation and then determine whether or not to get mad.
What if a flood comes and therefore a fire would be helpful?
How would a fire be helpful against a flood? What is the logic here? Okay, no, I'm gonna need to know now. Is this Barbie's logic or yours?
Both. Why not both?
Because then I'm going to have to judge you, Michelle.
This is a no judging zone.
Unless you think a fire will do anything against a flood.
Well, if it's hot enough and big enough.
Well, a flood, water is good against a fire. So maybe if you had a hot enough fire, it would just all of the water and then bam.
Fire can evaporate water if it's hot enough, but if it's a flood, there is no fire on Earth that's gonna stop that.
The specific heat capacity of water is high enough that it would take literally so long for an entire flood to evaporate. Like,
but Murphy, I think that you're neglecting one detail. Instead of them all drowning, instead be slowly steam.
No, that's worse.
Oh Jesus! Okay, can we get back to Eli and Peyton now frantically deciding to find Barbie before Barbie commits a treason?
Barbie will find the ruler of this realm and commit treason on purpose. Okay, so yeah, we're done here.
Yeah, let's go. Wait, we should probably find directions to the general store.
I'm already on my way.
Eli has.
You see me walking past with my gaggle of kids, just like, hey, how you doing?
You don't see that. Barbie is far away. Eli has a pamphlet from the motel that you are staying at that has the address on it.
Right,
Also,
what's the address, Eli?
Also, I have a feeling I would have been, or at least would know of where the general store is, because like
Probably.
we carry a lot of stuff with us at the circus.
But
we
not
don't
everything.
carry like perishables.
Yeah.
Like if things need to be replaced.
Yeah. So yeah, you would.
That makes logical sense.
Yeah, you would have a general idea where it is, and you have a pamphlet that also tells you exactly where it is. So you have no problem working out the location of the general store.
Let's go.
Yeah, and you guys.
And then we go there.
Yes, you guys make your way to the general store. Much after Barbie has wandered off before without that knowledge.
Thank you so much for listening to episode 8 of Shenaniganry and Aevecia. I hope you enjoyed as much as you could. Congratulations if you're hearing this, because I understand if you skipped it, because it's a lot of time to just go to the church. But they did explore a lot of the church. and nothing really happened, but that's fine. They got some insight into how the church works there, insight into the characters at the church. And yeah, now they're heading off to the convenience store, and let me tell you, that's important. The convenience store is where stuff starts to happen next episode, and by stuff starts to happen, I mean things start happening. So please do come back for the next episode, because that's where stuff starts to kick off. As I said, there'll be new art and all sorts of things, and yeah, so stay tuned for that. I'm very excited for it, and hopefully it'll be out on time, but it is Christmas and New Year's, and I'm not only editing this, but we've also got a Halloween special, which, oh yes, I know it's been like 2 months since Halloween, but we filmed it on Halloween, and it goes for like 5 hours? That's not true. It goes for at least 3 hours. So like, yeah, there's a lot to do on that. And also we need completely different art and all sorts of things. So like, it's a Halloween special that's probably going to come out in January. So anyway, the point is I'm working on more than just the next episode, and also holiday times. So yes, please come back. Hopefully it'll be out on time. If not, just look out for it when it does. Follow our social media for updates on when it's coming out. But yeah, thank you so much again for listening, and I will see you next time. Bye-bye.